Hello and welcome to this jewelry making tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how to create a bracelet using wooden beads, black beads, and some nylon cord. In order to create this bracelet I will only need some simple tools. I will need a lighter, I will need a pair of scissors, and I will also need measuring tape. The first step will be to measure how long the bracelet should be. So I will put the measuring tape around my wrist, and as you can see, the length around my wrist is about 6 inches, that is about 16 centimeters. If you make a bracelet for men, you can add 1 more inch, so 7 inches, and that would be about 18 centimeters. It's very important to measure around the wrist of the person that you want to make the bracelet for, because the wrists of the persons can differ, so it's better to know exactly how long the bracelet should be. Otherwise you can use these measurements, 6 or 7 inches. 6 inches for women, and for bracelets for men about 7 inches. Now I have a piece of cord, of nylon cord, that is, as you can see, a bit longer, so I may measured about 10-11 inches, even longer, so that I can also make the knots. For the end of the bracelet I will use these small beads, wooden beads, and I will begin by making a knot at the end of my bracelet. I will cut a bit of this cord, and I will burn the cord like this. And as you can see, I have melted the end of the cord so that the knot does not open. At this end of the cord I will put the first bead, a small bead, like this, and it will stop in my knot here. And now I have added all the beads. I will take the last bead and put the thread through the last bead. So I have taken the last bead, the small bead. I will put the cord through the last bead and again make a knot. I will cut the end of the cord burn so that the knot sticks to the plastic of the knot becomes sticky and it doesn't open anymore. And I have created the ends of my bracelet this way. I will make a knot here. To stop the beads from moving. And another knot here. This way. And now I will make the sliding knot of my bracelet. I will superpose the two ends of my bracelet like this. I will take a bit of cord and put it underneath these two cords. I will find the middle of my cord and make a knot. So I made a simple knot. So I made a simple overhand knot here, like this. And now I will start creating the sliding knot. I will put the cord on one side this way. I will take the other cord, put it over the first cord, take it underneath these two cords and take it out through the loop here. And I will make the first knot of the sliding knot like this. Now I will create a loop with the other cord. I will make this loop. I will take the other cord, put it over this cord, then take it underneath these two cords like this and take it out through the loop here. And I will tighten the knot like this. Again, I will make a loop on the right side, this way. I'll put the other yarn over the first yarn, take it under these two yarns and take it out through the loop here and tighten this knot. Again, I will make a loop on the left side, put the yarn over the first yarn, under the two yarns and take it out through the loop here and tighten this knot. And as you can see, my yarns are too short to make another knot. So what I will do is to tighten this last knot, and I will cut the cord like this. I will take the lighter and I will burn the cord and stick it to the knot that I have created. Again, on the other side, I will cut the cord and I will burn it with the lighter and stick the melted nylon to the sliding knot. And as you can see, our sliding knot is ready. This one. And this is what our finished bracelet looks like. I will show you how to make a bracelet using two types of beads, black beads, wooden beads, and brown wooden beads. So in order to create the bracelet, I will need some tools. I will use some pliers, chain nose pliers, a jump ring opener, a big eye beading needle, a pair of scissors, and a lighter for the cord. And for the bracelet, I will need some nylon cord. And as findings, I will use a lobster claw clasp to open and to close the bracelet, some jump rings, and some fold over cord ends. Now, if you're ready, let's begin making the bracelet. First of all, we must establish how long the bracelet should be. So I have this measuring tape here, and I will measure how long the bracelet has to be. So for a female bracelet, it's about 6 inches long. If you want to make a bracelet for a man, you can add about 1 more inch. That is, you can put about 7 inches. So let's see, that would be 15 and a half centimeters for a bracelet for women, and 18 or 18 and a half centimeters for a bracelet for men. So we have this piece of nylon cord, nylon thread. As you can see, I cut a bit more, about 11 or 12 inches, so 27-28 centimeters, so that I can make the knots and put the beads. The first thing that I will do is to make a knot at the end of my nylon thread. So I'll make a few knots so that the knot is a bit larger and it can be grabbed by the fold over cord end. Like this. So as you can see, I created a larger knot here. Now I will take the lighter and burn the end of the cord of this knot so that the nylon melts and the knot does not open anymore. Now that I have created this knot, I will take one of those fold over cord ends and grab the end of my nylon cord like this. So I will take the pliers, the chain nose pliers, and push on these ends of the fold over cord end like this. This way. So I have closed the fold over cord end over the knot of my bracelet so that the thread does not come out anymore like this. So as you can see, the fold over cord ends are pressing on the knot in my thread. And now what we are going to do is to take one of those jump rings and open it. So I will use the jump ring opener and the pliers to open this jump ring. I will put the jump ring on the fold over cord end, and I will put the lobster claw clasp on this jump ring so that I can open and close my bracelet using this lobster claw clasp this way. So as you can see, I have created the end of my bracelet. And now let's start adding the beads. I will take the big eye beading needle and I will put the nylon cord through the needle. And I will start adding my beads. So I will put the beads in a certain order. I will begin with the black beads, then I will put a white bead and so on. This way. So I'll put a succession of black and white beads. And now, as you can see, I have added all the beads on the bracelet. I will take the needle out, and now let's put the second fold over cord end. In order to put the fold over cord end, I will have to make some knots again. So as you can see, I have created a knot on my nylon cord, and now I will take the fold over cord end and put it on my nylon cord. So the main thing is to grab this knot under the fold over cord end. So I will press, let's see from a closer distance. So as you can see, I have the knot here above the fold over cord end, and I will press on the fold over cord end so that the knot is blocked by the fold over cord end. So I will press on the fold over cord end, and as you can see, the knot is the fold over cord end presses on this knot. And now I will take the scissors, cut the nylon cord. I will take the lighter and burn the end of my nylon cord like this, so that the knot of the nylon cord doesn't open, and I have this fold over cord end here. I will take another jump ring, grab the jump ring with the pliers, open it, put the jump ring through the fold over cord end. This way. And I will close it this way. And now let's close the bracelet and see what it looks like. So this is the finished bracelet. So this is what the finished bracelet looks like. And this is what the bracelet looks like on the wrist. So this is the finished bracelet. I will show you how to make a bracelet using leather. So I will use this leather, this brown leather, to make my bracelet, and I will also use some beads, some metal beads, different beads. I will also use a spacer bar, some spacer bars. And in order to open and close the bracelet, I will also need some findings. Let's begin by talking about the tools that I will use. For the jump rings, I will use this jump ring opener together with the pliers, with the chain nose pliers. As you can see, these pliers have no teeth here, so this surface is flat. And this is made in order to prevent scratching the findings. For the leather cord, I will use a pair of scissors, and also for the leather cord, in order to know how long it should be, I will also use a measuring tape. As findings, I will use some jump rings. I will use a lobster claw clasp to open and to close the bracelet, and for the cord ends, I will use these spring cord end caps. As you can see, they look like springs. And now that I have talked about the beads, the findings, and the tools, let's start by establishing how long the bracelet should be. So I have a measuring tape here. You see, it has inches here and centimeters here. In order to understand how long my bracelet should be, I will just measure the length of my wrist, and as you can see, it's 6 inches. That would be in centimeters about 16 centimeters long. You should always take into consideration that if you make a bracelet that is 6 inches, you must also take into consideration the length that will be represented by the closure. So this closure will also have about half an inch, more than half an inch, about 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters length. So as you can see, almost 2 centimeters, almost 1 inch, and almost 2 centimeters long has to be taken into consideration as being the closure of the bracelet. So let's cut a bit of cord that is 6 inches long, like this. So I will cut the cord at the length needed for a female bracelet. If you make a bracelet for men, you can add 1 inch up to 1 inch and a half, depending on the size of the wrist of the person that you are making the bracelet for. So you can add 3 to 4 centimeters or 1 or 1.5 inches for a bracelet for men. Let's put the measuring tape away and let's start making the bracelet. So I have the cord here. I will take one of those spring cord end caps, and as you can see here, I will put the leather inside this spring cord end cap, this way. And now let's see from a closer distance how I will make the spring cord end cap stop moving on the leather cord. So I will take the pliers and push on the end of my spring cord end cap like this. And as you can see here, I have pressed the end of this spring on my leather like this. And now the leather does not move anymore and it doesn't come out from the spring cord end cap, because this bit of metal here pushes on my leather. And now, as you can see, I have this ring here. I will grab the ring with the pliers and lift it like this. Now I can have access to this ring in order to add the lobster claw clasp. In order to add the clasp, I will take a jump ring. I will grab it with the pliers. With the jump ring opener, I will open it like this. And now I will put the open jump ring through this ring at the end of the spring cord end cap, and I will take the lobster claw clasp and put it on the ring. Now I can close the ring using the same tools, the pliers and the jump ring opener, like this. And as you can see here, I have attached the lobster claw clasp to my leather cord. And now let's add the ornaments, like this. So this end of my bracelet is ready, and in order to add the ornaments, I will start taking the beads first of all. I'll take the first metal bead, put it on the leather cord. So I've put the first bead. Now I will put a spacer bar like this. Now I will take the ornamental bead, the slider, also put it on the bracelet. I will take the second spacer like this, and I will put the last metal bead this way. So I have added the ornaments on my leather bracelet like this. And in order to close the bracelet, we have to put the second spring cord end cap on this end here. So I will take the spring cord end cap, put it on my leather cord like this way. Now again, let's see from a closer distance. Again, I have this end of the spring cord end cap. I will take the pliers and push on this end of the spring cord end cap so that it presses on my leather, the leather of the bracelet, like this. Now it doesn't come out anymore, as you can see. It presses on the leather like that. Again, I have this ring here that I will grab with the pliers and lift like this so that I can have access to it. And I will take the second jump ring and open it. I will grab it with the pliers, with the jump ring opener, this way. Now it is open. I will put it on this ring here and I will close it with the jump ring opener, this way. And now the bracelet, the leather bracelet, is finished. Let's close it. Like this. And this is what my bracelet looks like. This is the finished bracelet. So this is what the finished bracelet looks like, leather bracelet. And this is the bracelet on the wrist.